Hey everyone, Oslar here from LFMMO. The purpose of this channel is to help you find the perfect MMO for you. Today we're looking at a new MMO coming out in 2020, Temtem. So Temtem is a massively multiplayer online creature collection game that is quite obviously inspired by Pokemon, which is totally awesome that they actually embrace it. In fact, on their store page, is one of the first things they say is inspired by Pokemon. In this game, you'll be adventuring through 6 islands of the Airborne Archipelago, which I guess is the world you'll be spending your time in. Your main goal is to become the best Temtem trainer you can be, and I actually like the name Temtem. It actually grew on me pretty quickly. It sounds cute, and if you look at the creatures, they do look like they could be called Temtems. You're on a journey to catch every Temtem you can, because you'll be utilizing them in battle. Yes, you'll be battling other tamers. What's cool about this game is that you get your very own house to customize, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a big part of the game. Collecting awesome, unique stuff to put in your house to show off to other people. When you're not making your house look super awesome, you're actually adventuring with a friend throughout the world. Yeah, we're just with one friend. Right now it seems like you can only group with one other person with combat. Hopefully that changes. I think that'd be super awesome in the future if you could build up a whole Temtem team. Crema is the studio behind Temtem. They're located in Madrid, Spain, and it seems like their last game was called Immortal Redneck. I'd never heard of them or that game, but I knew they ran a very successful Kickstarter on this game and it got over $500,000 for the development. So definitely people like myself are seriously hyped up for it. So when does this game come out? Actually, Temtem will be entering early access for the PC on January 21, 2020, which is very soon. This game will be available on Steam and Discord and for early access. As a reminder, this is early access of the games, which is technically still in development. When the full game comes out, you'll have access to 6 islands, but in the early access, you'll only have access to 3. There's no word on when they will actually start releasing the other islands, but I would assume that each island is a good amount of content, so you'll definitely have plenty to do with these 3 islands. I am assuming that the release of the additional islands will depend on how everything is going in terms of making sure the game is stable with no player issues. There also still could be development work that needs to be done on islands that simply are just not ready yet. There will also be some game features in the game which are not available at the beginning of early access, but not sure which of these features are, but I still think it's great that you could get into the game this early and play and collect Temtems and fight with them. I mean, that's all we need, right? No ET on full launch since they'll all depend on how everything goes, but good thing is that we get to play. So how much will the game cost? So there's actually no official price for early access yet, but if you look at what it will cost when it was sold at pre-order in the past, the most recent pre-order through Discord had a price of $35, but developers said that the price may be higher in the future since that was just a while ago and was kind of an exclusive offer. But whatever the game may cost, they already said that the game is a one-time purchase without a subscription fee. There may be paid cosmetic items in the futures, but the developer was definitely against pay-to-win and loot boxes. They haven't mentioned anything for expansions either, but I would expect that that could also come in the future. Can I buy in-game items with real money? There hasn't been an official word yet, but to my knowledge, I would expect there'd be a way to get cosmetic-only items through some sort of online cash shop, but nothing that would affect the gameplay. Again, this is all speculation based on what I've seen, but it makes sense that these would just be items to change the look of your character or maybe even your Temtem. So it sounds like very much they're against pay to win, so it makes sense to assume that the shop will only be optional costumes or decorations. So what is unique about this game? Well, if it isn't obvious, this is what we've all been waiting for, a game like Pokemon, but massively multiplayer and online. Even though there are some people out there who might prefer a Pokemon MMO, it's quite obvious by now that there isn't going to be one. So if we get the next best thing, which is Temtem, again, this is the only MMO where the main focus is creature collection and breeding. Yes, breeding. So breeding is the method of creating new Temtem eggs by putting 2 compatible Temtems together. Through breeding, Temtems can inherit different aspects of their parents, such as techniques, traits, and single values. This allows the players to create unique Temtem that cannot be found naturally in the wild. This system sounds really cool because it gives you a reason to breed in order to get a special Temtem. This gives a purpose versus just being able to go out and track down the exact Temtem that you actually want. It sounds a little complex, but it's a rewarding system, and it takes into account several different factors like fertility. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming that you could also work with other players to breed. Think about how cool that would be for you and your friends to get together and mix up two of your guys' Temtem, awaiting the results. Definitely seeing how valuable this could be in an online world. Maybe you have a super unique Temtem that everyone wants to breed with you with. Should you play this game? If you love Pokemon, then yes, this is your dream come true. This is your Pokemon Online. Even if you don't like Pokemon, but like the idea of collecting things and fighting other things with the things you collect, then you should play this game. Customization is a huge element of this game. Having players change their looks and stand out from the crowd, I think is definitely a huge perk. Customizations will be available through the cosmetic shop, and you could also obtain in the world. Think about fighting a big monster and getting a cool, unique customization from that. We know in MMO that having a unique character customization is awesome, and it makes you feel unique in this game. Sometimes there's a lot of ways you can make your character look cool and different from other people. Not only can personal appearance look different, but your clothes can be unique as well. On the Kickstarter campaign, they even mentioned you could dress in full cosplay of your favorite Temtem. This is why we play MMOs, to look cool in front of other people, and I think there are a lot of ways you can do that in Temtem. You could even dye your outfit to a super unique way. I even saw a screenshot that included someone wearing a donut backpack. This seems like a huge reward for beating someone out in the world to make yourself look cooler than everyone. Being able to catch, collect, and fight with our friends is awesome. In Pokemon, we were able to do all these things by ourselves, but being able to do this in an online world just makes everything so much more cooler. Going through the story, finding rare Temtems, breeding them, so much adventures lie ahead for you and your friends. Oh yeah, and the number one reason you should play this game is competitive battle. Think esports. Team battles are the form of competition between tamers in the Airborne Archipelago. Tamers can put up to 6 Temtem in the squad, but only 2 at a time will be able to battle. In Temtem, battles are turn-based, so the tamers will take turns commanding their Temtem in battle until all Temtem of the opposing side are exhausted and there's one team that emerges as a victor. So I can't wait to try this game Temtem. It's literally coming out pretty soon, and I can't wait to see some of my friends online either playing with them or battling with them and seeing what unique Temtems they do collect. Again, thanks for watching.